Hey everybody, Karen from Master Spirit Guides. I hope you're doing well today. Just a quick note to let you know that I'm just taking a tiny little bit of time off from recording. So while I'm away, we're showing some community favorites, and this is one of them. So enjoy this episode, and I'll see you as soon as I'm back. Bye-bye. Hey everyone, Karen from Master Spirit Guides. I hope you're doing well today. So we are going to be we've been talking about this for like a month, even longer probably, answering your questions about ghosts. Should be fun. I haven't asked these questions before. So we did a call out probably a week or so ago on the public channel. So if you're new to the channel, if you subscribe and hit the notifications, you'll get a call, you'll get the post when I post something. But you have to turn on your notifications so you know that I've actually posted something. And then you can add your questions because we do call outs all the time for these sessions. And then you can ask your questions. So really, I don't have any of my own questions in any of these. I just add things as if I think of them live, basically. Okay. I'm not really live, but you know what I mean. So, boy, been having, there must have been an accident or something because we've had quite a bit of stuff going by recently as I was recording earlier too. So. All right, let's see. Love and light to those people, whoever that is, on the road or house fire or something like that. So, all right. So ghosts, huh? Do we need to define what ghosts are? We do have a question like, I think the first 13 questions, so my sister has here, so my sister Marsha, if you're new to the channel, we work together on this channel. I'm kind of the public face. She's the behind the group, behind the channel. She does the questions, collects the questions, and I have two nephews, two of my sister's sons. Lab, you probably know about unless you're new to the channel, and Jared just joined us. So they're kind of the community in like the live chats and responding to a lot of questions and grabbing your questions, and we put them in spreadsheets and all this kind of stuff. So community relationship type, So we just want to make sure that this is a community and we're building a community and that people get a response to things when they're asking. So as much as we can, we get lots and lots of comments. So, okay. So like I said, with the 13, so we have 23 questions. We have part 1 and part 2. So if you asked a question, it's not covered in part 1, it'll be covered in part 2. Okay. And so part 1, again, 23 questions. The first 13, well, I have one initial question, and then the next 13 are examples of what community thinks a ghost might be, because those are the kind of questions you're asking. Okay. So this is, since like I said, my sister will go with all the questions and kind of put them in an order that makes sense. And so we'll see if you have additional questions about ghosts as we go through these questions and you're not sure, then ask them in this video. Okay. And then we can do a part 3 if we have enough questions. All right. So let me, you'll notice if you're new here, I have a yes and no on the screen. If you're not quite sure what I'm doing with these dowsing rods, or, I do have a video in my Start Here playlist, which I will post here, which will, at the end of this video, will pop up right here. And you can go ahead and watch some of the intro videos if you'd like to. All right, so I close my aura to all but my higher self, the God consciousness, my guides and guardians, and ask Archangel Michael to please protect this channel so it's only of the light. Amen. I feel like I'm living in New York City. All of a sudden, there's just like, yeah, something big's going on. That's not good. You don't like to hear that. All right. And they've been going probably now for 30 minutes. So I don't know. They've gotten reinforcements, so. All right. Ghosts. Part 1. Number 1. Question number 1. Do ghosts okay, so let me back up. I got a little distracted by the sirens. Hey, you guys, talking to my spirit guides. Hello. So, are we in a good space right now to be asking you these questions about ghosts? Yes. Do you think that this information is for our highest good? Like we're a little entertained by it, but it also is probably helpful for us to hear. Okay, yes. If there's anything that you do not believe is in our highest good, as always, please abstain from answering. Is that a deal? Yes. Okay, cool. Okay, number 1. Do ghosts as we think of them on Earth, so you know how we interpret ghosts, correct? Okay. Do they really exist? Yes. Okay. And everybody might have a slightly different, but let's just say it's an entity. So is it an entity that has passed away? They're human, they've left their human body, but they did not necessarily go across the veil, or they didn't go to the light, or they're just hanging out. Are they in both places? So they're saying yes to my last couple of questions. Are they in both places, like hanging out on Earth and across the veil? Oh, they are. Are they always? No. Are some ghosts only hanging out on Earth? Yes. Do some think that I always wondered about this. Do some ghosts think that they're still alive? Yes. That part I feel so sad about. I always felt sad about that. So maybe we can dive in and ask, like, what can we do about that? How can we help people go to the light? How can we help spirit? Well, maybe they want to. Is that part of their soul contract to feel like they haven't died? Oh, okay. Well, then I guess I shouldn't feel bad about it. All right. So they said yes. Okay, number 2. Is a ghost a soul? Okay, sorry. I started getting interested. So is a ghost a soul that chose to stay on Earth? Yes. Number 3, are ghosts residual energy? Would you consider them residual energy? Okay, no. So it's a fully energized being type of thing? Yes. Okay, so it's basically what I have inside of me, my spirit. Once my body dies, it's my spirit. That's what we are referring to as a ghost. Is that correct? Yes. Okay. Number 4, is a ghost part of the spirit? So is a ghost part of the spirit and all that spirit's past lives together? Yes. Okay, because it's no different than like my spirit. So if I pass away and I decide I'm going to hang out, I'm going to, hang out and watch YouTube, then they're like, yes, yes. Okay, so it's just no different. If I have past lives, they come with me. I mean, they're just, yeah. Okay. So 5, is a ghost a part of the human? So is a ghost a part of the human that passed away? I almost have to get my head wrapped around that. No. Is a ghost a part of the human? Okay, I've never thought of it that way before, so no. Interesting. Number 6, is a ghost a disconnected ego and higher self? No. Okay. So if no, does the higher self just allow the ghost to remain until it can find its own way? Oh, wow. So I would say, instead of the word ghost in this sense, it is a spirit. I mean, it's just a spirit, right? Yeah. So we could literally say, does the higher self just allow the spirit, that part of them, to remain until it finds its own way? Yes. So do we have free will? Our spirit has free will once we pass away, or once our body dies? Yes. Okay. Interesting. So in that sense, we could stop calling them ghosts and say, can spirits cross through from the other side to visit on Earth? Because actually so can ghosts cross? Yeah, so what are it's not a ghost, it's just spirits, right? So can spirits cross, yeah, they're saying yes, through the other side to visit on Earth? I guess I'll keep using the word ghost because that's what we're used to here. So All right, so number 8. Are some ghosts glimpses of people living in alternate timelines? Oh. You can always tell when I'm like, I've discovered something new. I'm like, okay. If so, do they appear to us when our timeline briefly intersects with theirs? Okay, that's freaky. I'll have to get my head wrapped around that. Oh yeah, I've been meaning, did I list something? I've been meaning to post something about timelines. I can't remember if I did. All right, because I want to do a timeline. Okay, they're really widely swinging about that. So basically, our timelines briefly intersect with theirs. Wow. All right, I have to get my head wrapped around that. Number 9, are some ghosts impressions on time like a film being captured and replayed, but their souls are not actually there? No, but great question. Very interesting. Okay, number 10. When we feel or see a deceased loved one, is that considered a ghost, or is it just their spirit coming back to see us? So let me ask that question twice, because it's 2 questions. So is that spirit considered a ghost? No. Or is it just their spirit coming back to see us? Right. So here's the thing. That's what I was trying to get at earlier. So maybe we don't call them ghosts anymore. You know, I think my sense is we call ghosts when we don't have an awareness of what it is. Like if we see an orb right here, which people will say they'll see orbs. If we see an orb, we don't call that a ghost. We call it a spirit, right? So why do we use the word ghost? Because there's like a haunting associated with it. We've seen haunted houses. People think it's haunted. I don't know if there really is lower energies, higher energy ghosts. Well, we could ask that. So are there lower energy spirits that actually do hauntings? Okay. Yes. I don't like paying attention to that kind of stuff. Okay, yes. All right. Well, that's not very nice. Are they doing that? I guess let's find out. You guys might have to ask more questions about that. I want to find out why they're doing that. Why the low energy ghosts. See, in that sense, we call them ghosts, right? Especially if they're haunting, but they're lower energy spirits, basically. The term ghost is just a human. Just like, well, any words are just a human. It's just how we describe stuff, I guess. All right. Let's see. Number 11. Can ghosts just be an energy imprint on a place? Oh, that's interesting. Oh, wow. They're saying yeah. So it can be. So we do sometimes leave energy imprints. Oh, wow. Yes, the answer is yes. So would people who are extremely intuitive or have the clairs, would they be the ones to pick up on that? Yes. Would you sort of have to have a pretty deep connection or like a pretty thin veil to be able to pick up on energy imprints? Yes. Okay, that's interesting. Number 12, are all ghosts actually the spirit of our loved ones? Yes. So if we move into a place that we have no connection with, like we don't know any family that lived there or something, and the house is haunted, let's just say we call it haunted, would that be a spirit of our loved ones? No. Okay, so it's not always. Okay, yes. Okay. So 13, are some ghosts actually our spirit guides taking on the image of someone we love or trust? They're already saying yes. To deliver a message to us? Yes. It's so funny because I would have never, like if something visited me now, I would never, especially with all the talking we've been doing about spirits and spirit guides, and I just would never think of them as ghosts. Unless I went to in my own home, I would never think of them as ghosts. I don't know how, I haven't thought about it, like if I go to a hotel, you know. My husband used to work, when we were right out of college, he used to work at Holiday Inn. And the fourth floor, he's like, there was an actual ghost up there who lived up there. And all these like weird things would happen, like the doors would, and they've seen it, like they could see the outline of her. It was a woman. Yeah, it's kind of weird. Okay. Let's see, number 12. Oh no, 13. We already asked 12 and 13. So number 14, do angels get mistaken for ghosts? Yes. Yes, they do. Look at a wide swing. So if so, can angels make themselves look like living human beings? Yes. Yeah. Do you hear those stories every once in a while of somebody, actually, again, my husband, he tells me the stories, but one of his coworkers was telling him recently that she was really tired on the highway and she felt like she was going to fall asleep. So she decided all of a sudden there was a semi who came up in front of her and exited. And she decided she better follow and just get off the highway for a little while. And when she got up there, the semi was gone. And I can't remember if like she thought maybe he was going to hit her or something and then kind of jolted her awake and then they went off. Anyway, so she kind of wondered like, what the heck was that? So that is amazing to me when stuff like that happens. I've heard stories like that before, or people who, got rescued and then they never were to find, like the rescuer is gone all of a sudden, like they got out of a car or something and then they were fine and then they went to look like around the area and that person was gone and, that's amazing. So the question is like, why does that happen for some and why does it not happen for others? And I have a feeling it has to do with soul contracts. So does that have to do with soul contracts? Like if a person is not ready, their soul contract, like maybe there was a blip or something and they got in an accident and they weren't supposed to, type of thing, and then they needed additional help. Is that when you guys interfere? Would you consider that interfering? So they're saying yes, yes, yes. Okay. That's interesting. But so then the times it doesn't happen, it's because it's in their soul contract. Is that correct? Yes. Okay. Oh, there goes more. This has been going on for like 45 minutes now. Oh my God. There's, more enforcements. And these are fire trucks. So it's either a really bad accident or, if you guys we can just send some light and love to whatever's happening in Wisconsin here. Seems to be pretty big. So, okay, just for protection for those folks. I have my windows open today. This is why you can hear this. All right, let's see. All right, so we're moving on to, those were kind of like a little bit introductory about ghosts. So and you were wondering about soul contracts. I will go ahead. I have got, and it's in the Start Here folder too. If you haven't listened to the like intro to soul contract videos, I don't call them that, but I think there's like part 1, 2, and 3. And it answers all these questions about soul contracts. Excuse me, really, really interesting. So I will post them here and here and here at the end of this video. Number 15, can you choose to be a ghost after you pass? Yes, you can. Do some end up as ghosts whether they choose it or not? Oh, okay, good. They said no. I don't wanna. I don't know. My human self says no, that's not a good idea. I just don't want to. Okay, number 16. Do some ghosts avoid crossing over because they fear judgment? Oh, yes. Does it have to do with their religious beliefs on earth? Oh, yes. Okay. What about this? Do some ghosts not pass over because they were atheists? Meaning that they, like, that's where the fear comes in, like they don't want to leave because they feel like there's nothing. Oh, okay. Yes. Number 17. Do some ghosts want to move on? Yes. So some ghosts want to move on, but do they feel like they're stuck there? Oh, yes. Well, how do they get helped? How do they get helped? Okay, this is a freaky story, so hit pause if you don't want to hear it. Um, Actually, it kind of does freak me out. Um, you guys heard me talk about Adamus? It's Adamus something, but he's been on Michael Sandler's show, and again, anytime I talk about somebody, I'll post it down below in the description. Michael Sandler he's a fun one to watch. He interviews people, and it's kind of interesting. But Adamus was talking. Did anybody hear that story? He shared it a couple times, where his soul. What was the story? His soul got stuck for like 100,000 years or something in this box, and I'm like, oh yeah, listen to this. Oh my God, are you kidding me? And it took him like, I'm not kidding you, it was a long time, like 100,000 years. And now again, you have your higher self, so this is like a part of, okay. And his soul got stuck in this box for so long, and then he finally realized, it took him, he's like, I don't know what I have to do to get out of here. And he finally realized he just has to walk out or something. I don't know. It just really freaked me out. And then I've shared this story before, so this is another one that might freak people out. It has to do with Jesus. So if you don't like this, just pause off for like 30 seconds. He says because of the timeline thing, and that because so many now Adamus is a soul that's channeled. Now, and I know I've had some people say that Adamus rubs them the wrong way, which I get it. Like, not all channels, feel right to me either. The human that's channeling Adamus seems very truthful to me. He seems like a really good guy. And he gets mad at Adamus sometimes. Like, Adamus will be like, I can't remember what his name is, but he's like yelling at me, like Adamus will say that. Like, don't talk about that, you're going to get me in trouble type of stuff. And anyway, so he was talking about how Christ, because all humans, so many Christians, there's so many Christians that visualize Christ on the cross, that there is a part of Christ that's literally on the cross constantly. I mean, never gets off of it. I mean, I don't know. It makes sense to me now that I heard that, though, because you get what you think about. And all those images of Christ on the cross in every church, and everybody prays to it and visualizes it. We got to stop doing that, poor Christ. Now, that again, that's just a part of, like, I don't think that's like the entire Christ being, but there's a part of his higher self or its higher self, that is on a cross still. So I don't know. To me, that seems like damnation. That seems like hell. And same with what Adama said, but I don't know. So these are the kind of things, when you hear things like that, you have to discern. You have to discern what feels right to you. And those don't feel right to me. So maybe they're not then. I don't know. They've kind of freaked me out. What do you think about those stories? Okay. So again, I will post them below. I don't know the exact episodes, but you can just type in, if you go to Michael, you can type in Adamus in his search, and then you'll be able to get those videos when he's on there. I think he's interesting to listen to. And he does say a lot of good things, but every once in a while he throws something in, and I'm like, what? I don't know. All right. So that has to do with, do ghosts want to move on, but they can't? So there are ghosts that want to move on, but they can't? Yes. But they have the ability to move on. They haven't figured out how to do it. Is that correct? Well, what the heck? Yes. Well, don't they have spirit guides that can guide them? Yes, but they're not asking for, is it because they're not asking for help? Yes. Okay. So ask for help. Just ask. We always just ask for what we want. Okay. All right. Number 18. Are ghosts earthbound forever? No. Okay, good. Number 19. Are we able to send them into the light as portrayed by one ghost hunting group? Yes. And that brings me to another story. You're like, enough of the stories. We only have a couple more questions. If you want to check out, it's in the clearing playlist. I won't have any more room here to post it. So you can just go to the playlist on this channel and go to clearing, energy clearings. Okay. I do an energy clearing on how to send an entity to the light. And yet, so that, yes, that is true. And I was at my sister's Marsha's house, and I wasn't sleeping well. And so we wondered if there was a backstory to the house. And so we wondered if there was a spirit that was living in the house. And she was actually in this corner. And so I asked the spirit guides very, gently, I asked if we could encourage her to go to the light. And they said yes. And so we did it. So we videotaped it. So again, go to energy clearings on the channel. So yeah, you can absolutely. So what happens too is if you feel a real heaviness on you sometimes, and you're like, why do I feel so, like maybe you're feeling depressed and there's nothing going on, or even, with all the low energy that some of us have, how we cycle out of low energy and go back up to high vibration, low vibration with all the things going on. When you go into low vibration, there are lower entities that like to suck on to that kind of energy. And so the entities can hang on to you. Let me ask if I have any. Don't be scared of it. So do I have any entities that are on me right now? Okay, so I do. Okay. All right. So this is what I would do, you guys. So can we please ask that entity, is there more than one? No. And so this entity is no different than a ghost. It's just So is this an entity that I want? Is it best for me to release this entity from me? It's probably sucking my energy. Yes. Okay. And there's only one right now? Yes. Okay. Can you please ask this entity to kindly detach from me, do not attach to anybody else on earth, and go directly to the light? So I command it actually to detach from me, not attach to anybody else, any animal, any property, anything, any other people, and go directly to the light. Thank you. Is that entity still attached? No. Okay. So there, I just demonstrated, you don't have to be afraid of it. Just, if you have something like this, or if you're working with somebody, you can always ask that. It is kind of common. Like, I don't think to ask it very often, but when I do, there's usually one attached to me. So let's see if it's still attached. So do I have any entities attached to me at this time? No. Okay. So, and every once in a while I'll do my cats, I'll have to do gym, I'll do, close portals. I have a video on closing portals.